Life is full of opportunities. Everyone has heard that phrase before, but have they really believed it? If you dive deeper into the meaning of that phrase, it becomes longer. Life is full of opportunities if you genuinely believe the opportunities are there. You Are a Badass is a self-help book that dives into the extended version of the above phrase. Every single person is capable of taking advantage of the opportunities around them, as long as they really believe they can have those opportunities. If a person wants to buy a house, they have to truly want it, and act as if they already have it, because the house they want already exists. Humans are good at limiting themselves due to fear or insecurities, or whatever else is holding them back. We are capable of achieving our dreams if we put in the mental effort, believing in ourselves, to get there. Jen Sincero reveals all of this information and more in You Are a Badass. Every single person is a badass. They just have to realize it. You Are a Badass has many tips, tricks, and good advice to help you realize that you are a badass. Questions this book answers. 1. What do I need to do to realize my full potential? 2. How do I achieve my dreams? 3. How can I improve my overall well-being? 4. How can I make money? You control everything in your life, your perspective, your happiness, your reactions, and your decisions. Everything we want is easily attainable, but we work so hard at things that don't work because we've been taught to just keep trying. When something isn't working, it may be best to try something different. Take control of your life by first catching your false beliefs. When you successfully catch your own lies, you can figure out what you're getting from telling yourself those lies. For example, if you say, "I'm always bending over backward for others and never getting anything in return," you may be getting sympathy from others or even gifts. You create your own reality, so once you know what you're getting from these stories you tell yourself, you can begin to let them go. Instead of talking about what you aren't getting, you can talk about how good it makes you feel to be giving. Then you can decide to move on and start living the good life you've been dreaming about. You can put yourself out of your comfort zone and search for new opportunities you wouldn't normally take. With all of this new perspective, you'll be able to easily bring yourself out of a sad stupor if it happens to overcome you. Everything you want is easily attainable if you truly believe you can have it. Loving yourself is something a lot of people struggle with. This is a problem that starts in childhood. Children receive praise for doing something a parent or other adult considers good or correct, but are punished if they do something bad or incorrect. An example would be a parent telling their son to clean their room. If they do it, the parent says, "You're a good boy," and shows love and affection. If they don't do it, the parent says, "You're a naughty boy," and sends the child to his room. As an adult, this person would struggle because of their belief that they aren't worthy of love from other people. Of course, what they need to understand is that they are deserving of love, and this starts with self-love. It is possible to love yourself by doing many things. You can appreciate yourself by knowing and accepting that there is no one in the world exactly like you. You are unique. You should tell yourself this every day, as well as other positive affirmations, like, "I deserve to be loved and I am worthy of love." Doing hobbies you love to do and exercising are great ways to show yourself some love. All of this will help you on the road to self-love and to achieving your dreams. When a person is born into this world, they are a blank slate. Babies know the basics: eat, sleep, poop, survive. They don't learn about the world on their own. They learn from their parents, grandparents, and other people around them. Adults become who they are because of the people who influence them as children. A person who is insecure about their looks probably never received compliments from their parents as a child. A person who hates cars was perhaps involved in an accident as a child or experienced some other horrible thing in a car. All of our fears, worries, insecurities, and anything else that holds us back is due to our subconscious mind absorbing information as a child. Core beliefs about life, ourselves, and other people form from our subconscious. So, when our conscious mind is telling us to do something risky, our subconscious screams at us to stop. It isn't your fault that this happens, it's just how you were raised. Taking the initiative to change those core beliefs can be challenging because they are so deeply rooted in one's personality. But to move forward in life and achieve your dreams, you have to change your negative core beliefs into positive core beliefs. Taking risks is necessary for growth. You risk losing your life by driving a car to get to work. You risk falling down and breaking your ankle when you wear high heels. Why not risk being happy by starting your own business or by buying that car you love but don't think you can afford? If you truly believe what you want is going to come to you, the reward will outweigh the risks you have to take to get it. The best way to start taking risks is to start small and see what you can get away with. Take a day to just do whatever it is you want for your dream. Work on your project until you get tired or hungry or just need a break, and then look at the clock. You will have had such a great time working on something you love that you'll end up having lost track of time. This is because when you work on something you love, the time you invest is time happily spent. Even if you're not yet an expert at what you want to do, don't be afraid to take risks for it. Learning more about what you want to do is a part of growing. It's okay to not have all the answers, especially in the beginning. Just don't give up when things get tough. Allow yourself to grow and learn what you need to. Every single person was put on this earth to serve a purpose. Whether you are a mother, a scientist, serving in the military, or traveling the world, you have a purpose. Your purpose could be to do exactly what you're currently doing, or what you are currently doing could lead to discovering your purpose. The great thing about having a purpose is that you don't have to figure out what it is overnight. It's already there, and it will come to you when the timing is right. Every single person has a gift to share with the world, and once you know what that gift is, and you can start sharing it, chances are you will feel happier with your life. Some steps you can take to discover your gift are looking at your life from a different perspective, taking action, and doing your best at whatever you do. You don't have to get it all right in one go. It took Edison dozens of tries to make the light bulb, and it took Steve Jobs years to create Apple. The best ideas take time to grow. As long as you keep that in mind, you will find your purpose. Just don't be afraid to try, and don't be afraid of failure. Energy is constantly flowing around us. Connecting to that energy is essential if you want to fulfill your dreams. Having faith that something good will happen to you is part of letting go of your future worries and being in the present. When you connect to the energy around you, you can slow your mind down and focus on what is currently happening to you. You don't have the chance to worry about something that hasn't yet happened if you stay in the present. Whatever the energy is, be it God or Goddess or whatever power you believe in, use it to bring you into the present whenever you are gripped by fear. You have 60 minutes in an hour, 24 hours in a day, 7 days in a week, 4 weeks in a month, and 12 months in a year. Time is always there because it never changes. When you have a lot of stuff on your plate, suddenly it's like time disappears. But it is still there. You just have to learn to manage yourself better in order to work with time. To do this, you first need to respect the time you have. If you are always late, make a real effort to be on time. If you're always rushing, set a timer long before you need to start getting ready. The problem is not that there isn't enough time, you just don't know how to use time efficiently. If you have a lot of tasks to accomplish in, say, 1 week, write them all down. Prioritize what needs to be accomplished first, make a separate list with them, and put the other tasks to the side. Delegate tasks to others in order to open up time for the important stuff. Ask for help where help is needed, you aren't a superhero. Once you know exactly what you are capable of accomplishing, you'll feel happier to do those tasks instead of miserable and overwhelmed. You should be your own top priority, so making sure you're happy doing what you're doing is extremely important. Finally, if you notice you're feeling tired, sick, or overwhelmed, take a break. This goes back to loving yourself. You have to take care of your body, mind, and spirit if you want to keep doing awesome things. Rest when you need to rest, so that you can continue being the best you. The time will still be there when you bounce back. The energy we put out is the energy we attract. If we are constantly negative, we attract people who are also constantly negative. There may be things other people do that bother us, but we don't notice that it may be something we do, too. If you don't like something about someone, look into your own mind and see if it's something you don't like about yourself. However, don't apologize for being who you are. It will only hurt you further. Instead, figure out why you don't like that part of yourself, own it, and decide if you need to change it. Keep in mind you want to be the best you for yourself, not for anyone else. Check out the people around you and see if you can be helpful to them. Don't let them take advantage of you, though. You'll know, based on how happy or sad you feel, if you're helping or enabling them. If you feel like a friendship is getting toxic, don't be afraid to kick someone out of your life. You want people around you that will keep your energy high, not people that will drag you down with them. Just make it about you, not about them, because it is about your life. Once you have truly made the decision to go after what you want, do not change your mind. Flip-flopping and going back and starting over just waste the time you have been given. Stay resolute, keep pushing when it gets tough, and don't give up. You have to honestly want what you are going after, so this is the time to do it. You have made the decision to change, do not allow yourself to go back on it. Now that you've decided, get good at continuously choosing this path. If you feel yourself slipping, remind yourself of the promise you made to yourself and why. There is no negotiating. You have chosen, you must stick with it. Enjoy your decision and keep on loving yourself. Everyone has heard the phrase, that guy is an egomaniac. This term is usually applied to people who have narcissistic tendencies or who seem cocky. But the ego can actually manifest in other ways. The ego happens to be connected to the subconscious, so anytime you are feeling fearful or insecure about a decision, it's your ego's way of telling you that you aren't good enough or worthy of that decision. Avoiding an ego trip like that requires being in the present. Everyone has moments of panic, thinking about the past or the future, but if you quiet your mind and connect with the energy around you, it will bring you back to the present. In addition to keeping your own panic at bay, you have to be aware of the people around you. Are they trying to hold you back by sharing their concerns and fears about your decision? If so, you may need to avoid sharing more information with those individuals. They are showing you they care about your well-being, but their fear can create more fear for you. Growing and changing is a complicated process. Other people may get intimidated by your sudden change because humans get crazy jealous when good things start happening to someone other than themselves. Some people are so afraid of change, they extend their fears to others, which in turn holds you back. If you want to avoid those situations and become who you want to be, you have to find people who have the same goals as you. Like-minded individuals will encourage each other to continue growing and changing if that's what you seek. Remember that your perception is your reality. If you see something as negative, your life will feel negative. If you see something as positive, your life will feel positive. The energy we put out is the energy we receive. If you don't like your perception, you can always flip it. Our brains are constantly taking in information, filtering it, filing it, and then putting it to use. We take in so much information that, at times, it can get overwhelming. Sending your brain into overdrive can create feelings of stress, anxiety, fear, and insecurity. Overwhelming it with negative feelings makes it harder to focus on the dreams you want to achieve. The best way to clear your mind of all the negativity is to meditate. Meditating connects you to the energy around you, quiets your mind, and opens your heart. Lots of people have had profound ideas come to them during a meditative state. To put your mind at ease through meditation, you have to practice. Sitting quietly in a crowded place might not be the best place to start. Instead, you should find a quiet room and sit on the floor with your palms up and open. Then, close your eyes and focus on your breathing. Chanting a mantra of something positive, like I am strong or I am worthy, may also help you focus. The point of meditating is to relax and allow your brain to rest. A confused mind creates a confused life. Once you have honed the art of meditation, you can control your mind when you start to feel overwhelmed. Anytime negative thoughts enter your mind, you have the resources to them to positive ones. More positive thoughts lead to a more positive perspective of your life. If you genuinely believe your life is good and that good things happen to you, then that's precisely what will happen. You can ask the universe for what you want, but you have to believe that you deserve what you're asking for. Change your environment to reflect the person you truly want to be, and surround yourself with people who are also working to make themselves better. We attract the energy we put out. Put out positive energy, and you'll attract like-minded individuals. Giving someone a gift is one of the most rewarding things we can do. It shows the other person that we care about them and that we are invested in them, and seeing the joy they feel from receiving the gift makes us feel happy in return. The more you give, the higher you raise your frequency, and the sooner you'll receive positivity. This isn't just referring to physical objects. It is also possible to give someone the gift of your attention, your help, or even just the best version of yourself. Try your best to always be kind, even if someone else is being mean, and you will be sharing a gift with that person. Before you begin receiving from the universe, you must be gracious and thankful for the gifts it will give you. If you just demand what you want, the gifts will not come to you. Gratitude allows you to manifest what you want in a positive way. Demanding something is greedy and childish. If you start by thanking the universe for the life you already have, you will easily be able to thank it for the things you have yet to receive. Imagine the life you desire, then thank the universe for allowing it to exist, and in no time, your life will head in that desired direction. Continuing to practice filtering out negative thoughts will significantly impact your ability to be grateful. Positivity promotes positive changes. Keep doing the things you need to do to be happy, and everything you desire will follow. Remember that time you had to forgive yourself for something you did in the past. Now you need to practice forgiving other people for things they did to you. Forgiveness is so essential to moving forward and becoming who you want to be. Say you were hurt by someone you really loved because they didn't feel the same way. It could have been years ago, but because it hurt you so bad, you haven't been able to forgive them and let the incident go. Forgiving someone in your mind is different than forgiving them in person. If you told them you forgave them in person, their conscience is clear, but you're still spinning out about it because you didn't truly forgive them. Resentments create more negativity that you don't need in your life. Holding on to resentments just hurts you in the long run. Instead, learn to feel compassion for that person. They were acting out of fear, and people that are fearful do crazy and hurtful things. Then you can take them out of the equation and focus on how you reacted. Were you angry? Were you scared? Were you sad? Think about what made you react the way you did, accept that it happened, and release it. Instead of choosing to be upset over the incident, decide to be happy. If it was a breakup, you can choose to say, now I have the opportunity to learn from this and be better in my next relationship, or now I can meet someone more like me. There is always something positive that can come from something negative. Once you have changed your feelings on the issue, you can approach it from different angles. Look at it from the other person's perspective. Sometimes, when someone hurts us emotionally, it's not always about us, but them. It's also okay to have a breakdown. Your feelings are valid, no matter what the situation is. Just keep in mind that even though it may suck now, it won't always feel that way. In the future, you may not even remember what happened. Once you have forgiven, you can let go. This applies to all areas of life. You don't have to be in control of every single thing. It may benefit you to let life take control of you for just a little while. Go with the flow and be easy on yourself. Life may surprise you with a lot of good things. Living in the present can be hard to do when you're focused on the future. Thinking about the future brings up feelings of fear because it is unknown. Taking risks is especially scary because you have no idea what the outcome of that risk will be. Fear does its very best to hold us back from what we want. In order to stop fearing the future, you have to stop thinking about the future as something scary. You can do this by looking at the risks you took in the past that have paid off. You faced the fear and overcame it then, you can easily do it again. If that doesn't help, change your perspective. Look at all the angles of how taking that risk could pay off, and decide that it is a risk worth taking. Then reel it in and just exist in the present. Nothing is currently affecting you, so why bother spending time thinking about what could happen? Stop reading fear-inducing articles online as well, and don't lay awake in bed all night thinking about it. Worrying doesn't solve problems that don't exist, but it does make you miss out on today's opportunities. If it isn't currently affecting you in the present, it is not worth worrying about. Money is like everything else in the world, it is energy. It has no value until you give it value by calling it by name. In order to make the money you want, you have to develop wealth consciousness. These are the 5 rules of wealth consciousness. 1. The money you want already exists. You just have to believe you can access it. This requires positive thinking, believing the money will come to you, and believing you are deserving of it. 2. Understand your feelings about money. Once you know exactly how you feel about money, such as why you like it, hate, need it, want it, you'll be more able to accept it into your life. Your relationship with money needs to be a healthy, positive one in order for you to make it. 3. Understand where you would like to be, wealth-wise. Do you want enough money to do the things that make you happy? Enough money to travel the world? Once you are clear about why you want the money, you'll have a better idea of how to make it. You deserve to make money just as much as any other person on the planet. Knowing that will help you tap into the positive feelings you need for the positive energy to flow. 4. Continue putting out positive feelings about money. It has no meaning until you give it meaning. If you think you're worthy of charging someone $100 an hour, you'll find clients that will pay you that amount. It's all in the energy you project. 5. Exercise your brain. Don't let your energy fall, because you can slip backward and end up back at square one. Keep reading books that promote self-help and money-making tips. It helps to be real with yourself about how much money you actually desire to be secure. Taking a random number won't help. You should do some actual calculations and pull a reasonable number from those calculations, because it will be easier to ask the universe for a realistic number. Pick a deadline of when you need the money so that it becomes an urgent matter. Start thinking about all the things this amount of money will provide for you. Think about them often. List them out, speak them aloud, write them down. The more you make the dream real, the more you will want it to happen. Do everything you can to manifest that money. Work, sell, trade, bargain. If you want it bad enough, it will happen. Once you have done everything you can, sit back and surrender. Let the universe do what it's going to do. Nothing major like what you're doing can happen overnight. Allow time to continue moving. Good things come to those who are patient. Just continue to be positive, and don't lose your faith if it doesn't happen right away. Things happen when they are meant to. Your new reality may look different than what you envisioned, but that is okay, because if it feels positive and good, it's where you were meant to be. You are already a badass just because you are you. No one can take that away from you. Continue kicking your bad habits to the curb. Meditate whenever you can. Continue the positive affirmations. Keep surrounding yourself with people that have the same mindset. Keep your goals honest. Write them down and read them over and over. Get help if you need it. Keep your blood pumping. Exercise your body and your mind. Find something that makes you feel strong and use it all the time. Most importantly, don't stop loving yourself, because you are a badass.